Hey guys, Mateo here. I'm the Guildmaster of Pathogen Gaming, and today is a video on Black Desert Online. This is the next part of our series on earning silver passively in Black Desert. Now this one is going to be a little bit more active. This is what's called a world boss. These world bosses spawn all over the place, and they spawn at a set time every day throughout the week. So they spawn at set times. If you want to know when they spawn or what day they spawn or what time they spawn, there's going to be there's tons of websites. There's Discord channels, there's websites, there's all sorts of things out there, guys, that'll show you. They even have like an active live timer. So for example, because I dual box, because I am a YouTuber, I have a dual setup here, and I have a laptop running, and I have Discord on my laptop, so it'll actually beep when the channel goes off, when a boss is up. But I will leave a link to the Discord channel and the websites in the description, so you'll know exactly when the world bosses spawn. So the way these spawn is they appear, and they're going to appear where their icons are. So right now we're at Karanda, and Karanda drops a box that contains your awakening weapon. So this dandelion is one of the best, or the best awakening weapon you can get in the game. That's where these come from, dandelions. And so this is Karanda. So all these big things are hitting me. So back to the map, all these big icons are either mini bosses or big bosses. Well, not all of them. So like this one, Quint, says world boss under it, so that's a world boss. Maraka's world boss, and so on and so forth. So whenever you see these that are world bosses, that's what they are. So here's another world boss, Zarka. That's the next one we're going to as soon as Karanda dies, and so on and so forth. So up here, this is Ancient Kudum. It's up there. This is Nuver. So if you ever see those yellow weapons and armor and whatnot on the auction house, that's where these come from. Ooh. And so you basically, what you do is you come here, and what a lot of people do, and this is what I do as well, but I was in the area, so I'm doing this on my Guardian. But what you can do is just bring a weak character up here, like park and alt. And I do this too, so I'll go out and I'll show you. You just park and alt here, and see. So Ivel is in the Scarlet Sand Chamber. That's where Kudum is. Karanda Ridge. This is Titania. She's parked here where we are right now. Altena's at the Sand Grain Bazaar, which is where Nuver is, and so on and so forth. So all of my characters are parked somewhere to where I can easily log into them and just hit the world boss. Now here's the thing, you don't have to kill it, you don't have to get the killing blow, you just have to hit it once. So my weak character that'll probably get one shot, comes up here and just tags it. Just hit it once, it dies, you walk up, you loot it, and there's a chance that you might get the box, with the weapon that I showed you in it. You'll see at this time there's a bunch of people in there. They're getting stuff from the boxes, and so now I'm going to log off of this character. Zarka's the next boss that's up, and I'm going to go to my character that's parked at Zarka, so we can get that boss tag and get it killed, and see if we can get a box from there too. So this is one quick way for you to get gold or silver, excuse me, especially once you have alts parked there, so you don't have to run to the boss when it's getting ready to spawn. You just log over to your alt, which you're seeing me do here, and look at that. Hey, it's the other world boss, Zarka, that's up. And there we go, we tagged it. I'm on kind of a weak alt, so I don't really want to get hit here. And so you tag it, people that are super strong will kill it, and then we'll run up there and we'll loot it, and it'll be good to go. And so that's guys, that's basically it. And in the segue, I'm going to invest my energy for double drops. If you haven't done this ever before, if you find yourself with energy and you don't know what to do with it, you can invest in mob nodes. It gives you a chance to get double proc on loot, or get a bonus proc on loot when you kill a mob in that zone. And yes, that includes these bosses here as well. So you want to have your, if you do farm world bosses, you want to have the nodes themselves that the bosses are associated with maxed out, so you get a chance at more loot when it dies. That's basically how this works. This is the Valkyrie. I did like this class before Guardian came out, which is my my new bay. So that's world bosses in a nutshell, guys. And so, like for example, this is the Zarka weapon. So let's go to Zarka longswords for my class. So this weapon here is an in-game weapon, has a chance to drop from a box when you loot Zarka, the Lord of Corruption. And there you have it. And so, like I said, these bosses will be spawning around the clock, you know, on the hour, a different, you know, not every hour, but they'll be spawning on time whenever they're supposed to spawn. And like I said, in the description, I will leave the comment with the link to that Discord if you want to know when the bosses spawn. So you go out here and you can farm whatever you want to. At the very minimum, you get pieces of gear or currency that you can eventually turn into an NPC near the world boss to get the item. If you never get lucky and get the box, you'll eventually be able to turn in currency to get the box itself. So I believe it's dead. Yep, Zork is dead. So we're going to run up here. We're going to loot it. And that's the item I was talking about, guys. It's called Zarka's Latent Aura. All the world bosses drop a latent aura. If you collect enough of these, it says right there on the piece, you collect 100 of them, and then you can just turn it in for one of those weapons. So you're going to eventually, and then see somebody in the a few people in the chat, they got boxes. So you're going to eventually get the weapons, get the boss gear. Even if you know, let's say you have no silver and you don't want to buy it off the auction house, you want to feel the accomplishment of making it yourself and enhancing it yourself. You want your pen to have your own name on it. Then yeah, this is what you're going to need to do. But for me, you know, this is just a quick get in and out. You know, I swap characters, go to the boss, hit it, get the items off of it. You know, and this is what you can grab your maid, your butler, and put the stuff, dump the stuff into your storage, and then log out, log back over to the next character. So we're back at it, guys. This is the second part of this video. I was going around and I was clearing out my Dark Rift bosses, all the ones that got below level 4, and you know, I'm still in the mood, I'm still logged in, so I thought I might as well go through it and explain it. So this next part that we're going to be doing is called Dark Rift bosses. As soon as you hit level 50, you're going to see a little icon down here in the bottom. You can't see it because my my webcam's in the way, but there's a little skull icon. It's glowing red. It's always spamming something at you. And here's the section. There's actually an event going on right now to kill Rift bosses, to get extra boxes that have loot in them, has armor, has rank 0 armor, just fresh armor in it. So you know, I'm getting ready to go do those as well, and I just wanted to clear up these other ones that were non-event. So I got to do Ferret here out in Altanova, and then I got to go all the way to Grania to kill Ronin. So I'm going to do Ferret right now. So basically, once you hit 50, these things are going to spawn all over the world, and they're going to be shown up here as these little portals, these little dark, little black portals. And if you're wondering why I'm kind of annoyed by Ronin, Ronin's all the way over here in Grania, near Polly's Forest. There's 2 that spawn over here, and it's like the only things in the world that spawn over here. There's no reason to go over here unless you're like farming Miramok or farming Polly's, or you know, you're coming over here to Star's End. So this is kind of a trek. It's like 5 minutes on a tier 8 horse. So it's not too bad, but you know, I would rather not have to run all the way over there. So basically what happens is they spawn over the world. They start at level 5, which is the strongest they are. And then over time they get weaker. The loot doesn't get any worse. The loot is exactly the same whether you kill it on level 5 or level 1. But they start at 5 and they go 4, 3, 2, 1. So if you wait to kill them, within reason, they'll just be an easier fight for you. And you do want to kill them within a week. They will respawn. They're on a timer. I think it's a week or 10 days or something like that, and then they will slowly respawn. So you don't want to keep them up too long. You want to at least, I pick once a week, typically on the weekends when I have a little bit more free time. I run around and I kill them as they get down to that level 3, 2, and 1 area, just because so they won't be in a pain in the butt, and then I can just forward guard and super armor through them. I don't have to dodge any of their attacks, and it's pretty simple. And they drop a lot of good loot. So we'll go back here. I'll pull it back up. And so you can see this is a quest for an item. It is I just brain farted. I'm going to Central Market because I can't remember what it's Blackstar. Blackstar item starts the quest for the Blackstar. It is currently the best weapon in the game if and this is a giant if you can get it to pin, and that's before you completely Caphras one of the yellow weapons like Offen or Zarka. I'm not going to get into that in this video. I will get into enhancing and gear in another video, but just know that the material to get started with the Blackstar quest line does come from that. It's this thing, Remnants of the Rift, and you get Blackstone's weapon and armor, you get Ancient Spirit Dust that can turn into Caphras stones, you get Dark Spirit's Greed, which can turn into all the things that you see there. You can get latent auras from the world bosses that we just killed a few minutes ago. You can get item collection increase scrolls from these, which is a double loot scroll, increases how many items or how much of an item drops when you kill a monster, supreme alchemy tools, etc, etc. So you can, and Valks to help you enhance. So you get those. You get memory fragments that increases you need those to improve your maximum durability on an item if you choose to self-enhance instead of buying it. And then there's this chest. This is what the moneymaker is. This is what we're getting our silver from, is these boxes. Box of Distorted Dead, box of Desperate Dead. If you look at that list, that's all the things that can drop there, and it can be enhanced up to duo, as it says. And so that's plus 17 essentially. Layton's Power Store, Stone, Ogre Ring, Eye of the Ruins, Narc Eye. So let's take a look at one of these Ogre Ring. I don't know why, but I'm fat fingers. Ogre Ring, and we take a look at it. So a duo Ogre Ring is 760 million, right? So or let's say Latent Power Stone, so 810 million silver, 221, or base one will be 74 million. So what we do is once a week we go around, we kill all the world bosses, we get all the boxes, we open all the boxes, we take those items, those yellows. Now it's up to you whether you want to self-enhance them and work on improving your character that way, or sell them and then build up your little war chest and then just buy an already enhanced item off the marketplace. But that's basically how that works, guys. And so I'm going to go in here and show you how fair it works, and just show you kind of like a little bit how the event will go. It's be just like the your main story quest, right? So remember when you do your main story quest and you get a scroll to summon a boss at a little red portal, it's just like that. It's just that it's a max level version of it. Now the good thing about this is these things scale to you. So whether you're level 1 or you're level 65, or you have no gear, you're naked, or you have the best gear in the game, these things scale to you. So it'll take the same amount of time for you to kill them, whether you are new or you're very advanced. The only difference is they do not scale with your skill point. So a level 1 is going to kill it a little bit slower than a level 65, just because your skills aren't leveled up enough. And I'll kind of disengage here to show you. So I hit K, and most of my abilities are leveled as high as they can for my level. That's not going to be the case when I'm lower level. So I am going to kill a little bit slower, and that's just because my skills aren't leveled up all the way as it would be if you were a max level character. But otherwise, the damage that you take, how much health they have, how much damage they deal to you, is going to depend on your gear. So no matter what your gear is, it's going to feel the same. Everybody that comes up that tries to kill this thing is going to take about the same amount of time, I guess, class depending, and things like that. And so it's kind of a nice, see, I got knocked down there. It's kind of a nice kind of tutorial on bosses. It teaches you how to iframe, how to avoid knockdown, stuff like that. Like I'm going to get knocked down here probably. No, I didn't. It should have knocked me down. But it's pretty easy. See this? This is what you're going to do, and it's about 2 minutes of work for a box. And so I've been doing this for the last 10 minutes. I knocked out about 3 of these. Just going back and forth, getting that back attack. And this should kill it. And instead, we're going to loot it. And there we go, we got our box of the Silent Dead. And now we're gonna open our boxes and let's see what we get, right? So let's open our boxes. Hey look, and there's a Basilisk belt that sells for 30 million silver. Let's open this one. Just crown stones. Oh, come on, come on. We're gonna open both of these ones. More crown stones. And there's an ogre ring that I showed you before. So what is, I can't see where it is. There it is. So that sells for 77 million. So for about 10 minutes of work here once a week, we have made, that's 30, 77, so about 100 million. And then there is, we got about 50, we got added about 50 ancient spirit dust. So what is that, 10 Caphras? So how much is a Caphras stone right now? Caphras, they're 2.8, so 28 million in Caphras when we make those. And let's see, what else do we get? We got about 15 of these, about 3-4 million. So in all, we made about 120, 130 million silver for 10 minutes of work once a week. There is an event going on, so you get double boxes from the event ones that spawn. And then that's all there is to it. So you'll just, you know, hop back on your mount. Come on. There we go. And then I'll go down here. I'll click this little arrow button here, and it'll automatically set the waypoint. Please stop hitting my mount. And then I hit T. Or actually, I need to wait until I get up on the path. So I hit T, which is my default command for auto path. And now my character is going to automatically run all the way to Ronin, all the way to this next one. I'm going to skip the event one that's at 5 right now. I'm going to do Ronin first because I want to see what I get. And then I will do the event ones because I want to do a video on that one as well. So that's all I got, guys. Again, like just the world bosses, that was pretty quick, right? And then doing this was also pretty quick. And, you know, it's just based on how fast your mount is, right? So if I wanted to, you know, not auto run this, auto run is much slower than manual run. You know, I could control it, hit the instant XL and dash on to the next boss. So, you know, 10-15 minutes for, you know, what you just saw there, 120, 130 million silver. Not bad, not bad. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned for part 4. Thanks. Peace.